What's up, Dave? We're just here to chop it up with you today about our so we're launching the website and whatnot. We just came here to have a conversation, chop it up with you.
I would love that. Yeah, I'm looking forward. Let's get right to it.
All right. So the first question on the docket is how do we utilize Etsy for one-off pieces, and how does advertising work on Etsy? I don't know if you've seen some of the like the one-off pieces that I've been doing,
Yeah,
but I
I have.
really been trying to figure out how to how to break into that market. I hear a lot about Etsy.
Yeah, so I think Etsy is definitely a great site for what you're doing with the one-offs. What I would do is you make the piece, if you're either styling it or you do a product shot, and then you just put it on Etsy. Like just have like a three-step process. You're making it, you take a photo, and then you post it. The thing with
Oh,
Etsy, the people learn who you are over time, but also you bring traffic as well. So
okay.
I know some people that don't have their own website and they just use that as their main website. So you're bringing in traffic, and then people who may be looking up for, it could be like hip hop, Y2K, gothcore, whatever it is, right? Whatever they're looking up.
Hmm.
If your tags match that, there's a chance that they may stumble upon your stuff. They may see it, they may not buy it, but they may hit like. But that tells Etsy that, oh, this person likes this. Oh, and then it may show them more of them, and then they could follow you. So it has like a social media element to it, which I like.
I never knew any of this. So yeah, this is
Yeah.
great news.
So I would just jump in, because the sooner you jump in, the sooner you're gonna learn kind of that ecosystem, because it has a social media element to it, but then it also has are you bringing traffic to it on your own, where people stumble upon it on their own.
Now you're saying
Mm.
that on Etsy, it's kind of just being seen. Like there's you don't really have to pay for ads and do all this kind of promotion.
I would highly recommend putting $1 a day into ads, just starting,
Okay.
and just
Okay.
see it, because it's gonna give you 100 extra views a day, and then it's really the market decides,
Okay.
because you're competing with hundreds of other people.
You're saying just to give it a little baby
Just
boost.
give it
I
a little
got you.
baby boost, and you're still early. So if someone stumbles upon it, they may say, "Wow, they don't have any sales. Should I trust them?" So I would recommend
Good
bringing
point.
it shows publicly how many sales you have. So I would bring your personal folks into it. Hey, buy off this, buy off this, buy off this, and then
Yeah,
get
I
it,
did
okay,
that.
and then kind of build that reputation on there. And then a stranger will trust you more.
Of course, having branching out every single type of way to advertise. But wouldn't you think the most effective way is to contact heavy influencers that like have 500,000 followers, 300,000 followers, stuff like that? Like, do you think that that's a good route at the same time also using Etsy, or what is more effective, you think?
Do as many dope collabs as you can. Maybe I would focus more on collabs than I would ever do on influencers right
Okay.
now.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Because most of the time influencers are getting stuff at such a volume. So if you're doing collabs, people actually have like they have skin in the game, and they're getting money when you get money.
So that was another strategy that I've heard when it came to influencers is making a collab deal with them where they have skin in the game on the product or something like that, not
I'm
just
all
posting your shit. Yeah.
I'm all about that. I'm like
Yeah.
hundreds of collabs in right now. And
Oh yeah, I know you're literally all about collab, and dude, you've been doing this shit forever. That's why I came to you and wanted to talk to you. You know,
what I'm recommending with the collaborations and the partnerships, you're getting the fans of those people you work with.
he's right about that. Yeah, I get what you mean.
It's
It's like cross pollination.
as organic as can be, because now the person you're working with, their friends now know of you.
And how do we find these people? How do we collab with them?
Friendships, people you know. A lot of this stuff can't be like, you can't pump steroids into a relationship and then all of a sudden you
Mhm.
both got muscles. What I'm gonna push is really just making connections with people, because their friends are gonna know you. You do a collab, you make it special,
Yeah, yeah.
but I recommend doing it often.
What do you think about print on demand? That whole category.
I recommend it in the beginning though, if you don't want to make your own stuff and you're running other things.
A very important question I had is how do we segue, the screen printing stuff with this cut and sew kind of custom, paintwork and do it cohesively, you know?
I've printed on bleach shirts before,
Nice.
and the bleach came first.
Okay. Okay.
So whatever you're doing, if you're doing tie-dye or bleach, you want that to settle into the clothes. And then
Oh,
when
you're
you're
saying if I'm making it myself. Okay, good point.
Yeah,
Good point.
like
Like
if you want to
if I'm
combine
screen
the
printing on
printing
top of it.
with
Yeah, yeah.
the custom vibe, I would say you custom it to get to a point, and then if you're
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
like do a final print, like a screen print or a heat press or something, that's your last piece, you know.
Okay.
But if
Okay.
but you also, I don't know what kind of ink, if it's paint, you know what I mean? You got to be aware of what the textures you're using. If it's bleach,
Exactly. Yeah.
it's already dyed into the fabric. But if it's
What I would
drip,
do is I would probably bleach like you said, and then screen print on top of that, and then I would tape the screen printed part, and then do my paint work or whatever I do, so that
the
it
paint
doesn't
would
get
probably be the final piece on top
exactly,
if you're gonna paint.
exactly,
Yep.
exactly. How do we segue into this thing? Right, I've had Rich Attic for since 7 years now, since 2013, and then it just became dormant when I moved to LA because I
Mm.
really was just focused on what I was doing out here.
Yeah, yeah.
And now I'm trying to really bring it back. Now that the Instagram looks great, you know what I mean? I have a lot of different history and memories and things that we've done with the brand. So it's just like, do we keep all that? Do we continue from there? Or do we start off a whole fresh new Instagram and then start from here?
Are you
That's
keeping
kind of my
Rich Addict as the brand? Is Rich
so
Yeah.
Addict the
basically,
brand?
so this is another question that I have for you, right? So Rich Attic is the main brand, right? But the custom one-off pieces is called Sinners Anonymous. So I'm trying to still keep those two separate names or two separate logos, but I want to somehow them still to come from us. You get what
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
saying?
So you
They
I
want
don't
still be
know.
on the same website, but they have like different compartments on the website, like they're different.
Exactly. Like there'll be a different button on the website. Here's for our limited custom pieces. You click here.
Yeah, yeah.
Click and it brings you there. Yeah.
I
You
would
know?
just do that. That's
Okay,
simple.
cool.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. How many new products should we drop a month? Or do you suggest we drop a month?
I want to encourage you to kind of whatever drops you have to make them impactful.
Okay,
Because
cool.
if you're moving so
Cool.
fast and you can't promote it, you're worrying about the next drop. So 1 to 2, I think is fair.